In this demonstration, we're going to look at applying NTFS permissions. Now, NTFS permissions stand for NT File System Permissions, and what it allows us to do, it allows us to affect what users can do to either files, folders, or drives. Anything we apply at the drive level will inherit to all the folders and files, unless we tell it not to. At the folder level, all the files are affected, unless we tell it not to. On the file level, we can give explicit assignments. So what I have here is I have a document called deliverables.docs. I'm just going to right click here, and we'll just come to the properties. Within the properties, we'll come to the security tab, and this is where we apply our NTFS permissions. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to edit the permissions, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a user called Adam. So we'll check his name, we'll add him in here. So he currently has read and execute permission and read permission to that file, which means he won't be able to write into the file or delete the file. So what I'm going to do for Adam is I'm also going to give him the ability to write. Now if I give him full control permission, he will get all of these permissions down here. But he would also have the ability to create and modify other people's permissions. The modified permission gives me read and execute, read and write. Read and execute allows me to read and execute a file, read allows me to read the file, and write allows me to write the file. And if we scroll down, we've got special permissions, as all of these permissions here are actually made up of the special permissions all lumped together. So we'll click OK and click OK. And now what we'll do is we've got another user called Martin. So we'll just come to the security tab, we'll edit the permissions again, we'll add Martin this time. Now we've added Martin, all we'll do here is we're actually going to deny Martin the ability to modify. So if we click the deny modify, watch what happens to these allow permissions as well. Because in order to use the modify, we must have read and execute and also read. We'd also have write as well with the modify permission. By denying all of these permissions, it also denies all of the subsequent permissions as well. So we'll click OK at this point here. It's just telling us that any deny overrides any allows, so we're happy with that, and select OK. Now what we need to do is just test this. So the first thing I'm going to do here is just log off and log back on as Adam. Right, now we've logged off, we'll just log back on as Adam. Right, so now we're logged in as Adam. Next thing we're going to do here is just check to make sure that his write permission is actually in effect. So we'll just come into Windows Explorer. We'll just go to the C drive. On the C drive, into the project documents, into deliverable, and we'll just open this up here. And what we'll do, we'll just put in some information. And we'll also save that document. Close down the document. And just to prove it did save, just open it one more time. And as we can see, he has been able to modify the document. Next thing to do is to log out and log in as Martin. So what we'll do here, we'll log out and log in as Martin. And what we've done for Martin is we denied him modified permission. So if we just come into Windows Explorer, on the C drive, and what we'll do here, just in project documents, we'll double click, and as you can see, we don't have access privileges to the deliverables document. Click on show help, it's just telling us that our administrator hasn't given us permissions. So we'll click OK at this point here, close down the document, and that's the end of this very quick demonstration on NTFS permissions. Thanks very much.